This is the Cash or Coal Christmas Challenge, and this is how it works. I will start with a team full of 65 overalls, and as you can see, we are using Stanford since their mascot is quite literally a Christmas tree. We then get to spin this wheel once for every position in the game, and as you can see, the wheel can either land on cash or coal. If we get coal, then we don't get to upgrade that certain position at all, but if we get cash, then we get to spend however much we got on players in that specific position. Obviously, the better the player, the more expensive they are, and then we can also get the jackpot, which gives us $2,000 and another $2,000 for any position we'd like. Once we build our squad, we will put ourselves into an 8-team playoff as the 8 seed in hopes of winning 3 games in a row and taking home the national title. Alright, we have to spin this wheel like 21 times, so let's get this over with quickly. Going in order of the positions on the depth chart, we didn't start off too hot as our first 3 wheel spins were coal, so that means we're going to have a garbage quarterback paired with a garbage running back unless we land on a jackpot. The wheel blessed us with receivers though, because we landed on 3,800 for wide receivers and 3,500 for tight ends. So we went ahead and picked up Jermaine Burton from Alabama, Brendan Thompson from Oklahoma, and Malachi Fields from Virginia. Then we picked up the best tight end in the game, Brock Bowers from Georgia, along with Zion Carter from Buffalo. I guess the left side of our offensive line was naughty this year, so we get no upgrades there, but we did get 2,500 for our center, so we went out and got 94 overall Cedric Van Pran from Georgia. We also had 1,900 to spend on a right guard, and we decided to go with McCade Medauer from Oklahoma. Our right tackle got Cole, unfortunately, but our defensive line got a pretty good draw as we were able to get the jackpot we needed. But first things first, we spent the 2,000 on 89 overall Nelson Caesar from Houston, and then we spent half of the jackpot on both Mario Kendricks from Virginia Tech and Jermaine Lowell from Louisville. With the other half of the jackpot, we decided we really needed a quarterback, so ultimately we went with Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina. Our left outside linebacker got Cole, which really sucks considering we don't even have one. Luckily, we had 3,700 to spend on middle linebacker and another 1,600 on right outside linebacker, so we picked up 98 overall Tommy Eichenberg from Ohio State along with Robert Woodyard Jr. from Auburn, who we will start at left outside linebacker, and then we got 85 overall Seth Coleman from Illinois. For our secondary, both cornerback and free safety got Cole, so our defense is going to be pretty terrible, but we did have 1,500 to spend on strong safety, so we went with Don Chapman Jr. from UNC. And to finish things off, we were able to spend 700 on punter Alex Smith from Georgia Southern. He's definitely going to be our kicker as well, since our kicker has a whopping 63 kick power. Alright, so we have finally assembled our team, and wow, we are still pretty terrible. I'm curious to see what record we finish with. Okay, we went 1-11. Wow, that is atrocious. But hey, it doesn't matter at all though, because we automatically have that 8th seed in the playoff. So it looks like we will be taking Oregon's spot. So sorry, Oregon. And as the 8th seed, we have to face the number 1 team, which looks to be the Utah Utes. We are severely outmatched, but who cares? We will prevail. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, after every game we win, we get to take 1 offensive player and 1 defensive player from the team we beat. So if we somehow get by Utah, I am no doubt going after that safety and that left guard. Alright, it would be nice to start off hot, and we missed that chance as our boy here could not come up with the pick. For some reason, we're celebrating that. I'm not quite sure why. Whatever, we surprisingly stopped them on their first drive. So we took over on offense and immediately went to Brock Bowers on 2 consecutive plays. He got us into the red zone where not even a 65 overall halfback could screw that one up. We went up 7-0, and Santa Claus was pretty happy. Oh yeah, our coach is Santa Claus, as you can totally see. This is definitely Santa Claus. Anyways, they took over on offense after we scored, and I guess it takes over half of my team to tackle 1 guy. That's just embarrassing as they easily make their way down the field. Our defense was showing that first 3 and out they forced was an absolute fluke because they effortlessly found the end zone, tying this one up. Our offensive game plan remained the same though. Find Brock Bowers. He was just always open, and this reception got us into the red zone fairly quickly. That's when Grayson McCall just kind of threw this one up to Malachi Fields and said make a play, and that he did, somehow coming down with that one, giving us a touchdown lead yet again. The running game just absolutely torched us on their next drive though, and they found themselves tying this one up yet again, but they did leave a little under 2 minutes on the clock, and that was plenty of time for us, especially when we have the super speedy Brendan Thompson. He somehow got tripped up there, but approaching the end of the half, we got stopped on 3rd down on the 2-yard line, so Santa had a decision to make, and he ultimately decided to go for it because Santa ain't no bitch. It paid off as our 65 overall halfback ran it in, giving us a 21-14 lead at the half. Now our game plan going into the second half was to waste as much clock as possible, but it's hard to do that when you're just clicking on so many levels. Jermaine Burton with a nice reception there, and then Brock Bowers got us into the red zone shortly after, but we ended up getting stopped on 3rd and 1, so we took the 3 points, making it a 2-possession game, and Utah responded with a touchdown to make it just a 3-point game. But now for us, we just needed to chew this clock out, and with this first down we were able to do so, leading to us taking down the number 1 Utah Utes in the first round. On the other side of the bracket, Oklahoma beat UNC in an overtime thriller, and then USC beat Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns, so those two will play each other in the semis. On our side of the bracket, Texas beat Ohio State by just 3 points, which meant we would be facing the Texas Longhorns next. Before I forget, we have to put Cole Bishop and Keaton Bills on our squad, and now we were looking to beat Texas and take Xavier Worthy as a reward, but that would prove to be a tough task because after this amazing punt by our boy Alex Smith, they were able to get past the 50-yard line in just one play. Our new player had a shot at making a huge play here, but somehow he dropped this ball, and for some reason thought it would be fun to celebrate that. That led to Quinn Ewers finding Xavier Worthy, putting them up 7-0. On offense, this catch by Jermaine Burton got us into a good spot where we were able to take a shot at the end zone, but Thompson was not able to corral this one in. And on 4th and 1, we went to our 65 overall dumpster fire. He got stuffed, turning the ball over to them, where we had yet another shot at forcing a turnover and yet again failed to come up with the pick. Good thing was they only got 3 points out of that, and we had some time on the clock to put up some points, and that's exactly what we did as Grayson McCall went deep to Malachi Fields, putting us on the board. We were just happy to be down by only 3 at the half, and we were definitely happy to stop them on their first drive of the half. But when you decide to go for it on 4th and 6 on your own 30-yard line, you're just asking to lose. Burton got stuck up there and we turned it over. That led to a Texas Longhorn touchdown, putting them up 13 points. And we were so down bad when we threw this pick late in the third. They scored another touchdown here, putting them up 20 with under 5 minutes left. So unfortunately, it was safe to say we were completely out of this one. Although we did put up a fight, putting up 2 late touchdowns. But with this first down by Texas, they completely sealed this one as they took a knee looking to kill the clock. Or at least that's what we thought, but no, with no time on the clock, they take this rush all the way to the house. Are you kidding me? On Christmas. And oh yeah, they went for the 2-point conversion too with 0 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, we weren't going to let them disrespect us that much. Whatever, we took a 33-21 loss in the semis, and unfortunately I was unable to complete this challenge. In the end, it would be Texas playing USC in the championship, where I didn't even bother to find out who won because I was still very salty that Texas disrespected us that much.